Welcome back to Ask TechZG, and let's just get right into it. First one today with Deepak. Expected price of OnePlus Z, also full specs. Expected price, still unknown. There was a rumor that it may go in the UK for about £400, which does sound about right. That would put it online with the iPhone SE, so does sound about right. I fully expect that to be way cheaper in both India and China. In China, there are flagship killer type phones around 3,000 RMB, which is about 30,000 rupees. So yeah, I would suggest in China maybe the price 2,500, 3,000. It can't really be more than that. Maybe 25, 30,000 Indian rupees. So that's what I expect. £400 more expensive in the UK. What are your thoughts on the upcoming POCO M Series of smartphones? Will it be a flagship killer or a mid-range product? I think the M Series definitely is a mid-range product. We already have the POCO F2 Pro coming under the POCO brand, which is the Redmi K30 Pro. That's really their flagship killer. The M Series definitely going to be mid, anywhere in the mid-range. I'm waiting for something new, something different from POCO. I hope they're going to give us that. I hope it's just not a rebrand type of brand, maybe some slightly different products with some unique features, but the M Series, I'm afraid, may just be another rebrand. Before we get on with the next questions, YouTube has given me the join button, and I know a lot of you guys have asked if you can support the channel in any way, and yeah, that is available. You can come and join the channel. I've put some options up there. I know some guys asked for it, but obviously thank you for the 2 people that are following me already and joining and supporting the channel. Thank you guys for the support. It does mean a lot to me. It's not really about the money, but yeah, supporting the channel is really great. If you do want to, it is there. Don't feel obliged to do it by any means, and all the content is still going to be coming. But yeah, I know some of you guys asked it. It is there, and thank you for all the support so far. Anish asks, have you ever been invited to smartphone launches? I've been to a couple. My first one was the OnePlus 7 series launch, and I've been to a couple of Realme events as well, all in China, in Beijing, mainly because I have accounts in China as well, tech accounts, the same as TechZG, just in China, and they were Chinese launches, and they wanted me to go to that and post those things on my Chinese social media. So that was why I got invited. It is a lot of effort to go to them. It's pretty cool, but you know, you're there to do a job and promote their phones. Hello sir, do we really need to upgrade from LPDDR4X to LPDDR5? What is the difference in performance and efficiency? Well, there is a little bit of a difference, just one generation to the next, but honestly, there are so many other factors that go into how a phone feels. I don't think there's a huge difference really, daily usage, but I guess the longer you use a phone, you may notice it. I don't think there's too much. One generation of phone to the next, you know, software is going to play a much bigger part in how it feels rather than hardware. Tell us something more about upcoming AMD processors that they're making for phones. So there are some rumors that AMD are going to be making their own SoCs for smartphones, although we don't really know much about that right now. The next step for AMD is that it looks like they're going to be providing Samsung with some GPUs to put in Samsung's Exynos chipsets, which looks pretty promising. We saw some benchmark results from an AMD GPU that just got some really great benchmark results. Better than the Snapdragon 865 GPU, like a lot better as well. So that looks really promising. Still early days though. It looks like Samsung are going to use those AMD GPUs in their Exynos chipsets, along with, more importantly for Samsung, some better CPUs, and that's where they've been struggling. So it looks pretty promising for Samsung and their Exynos, getting new GPUs and new custom CPU cores. So yeah, that is exciting, maybe coming in the S21 series next year. So yeah, we'll wait for that and see, but it looks interesting, but don't know too much for now. Sorry, I can't read your name at all, dude, but does the Redmi 10X 5G is a good budget device? Yeah, it actually really surprised me, the Redmi 10X and 10X Pro. It's amazing when you don't have to spend a lot of money on the processor because it's cheaper. The MediaTek chipset in there is cheaper than the equivalent Snapdragons. You have more money to spend on other stuff, so an AMOLED display, good camera systems overall, and really just a low price. I think these are the cheapest 5G phones. I was surprised with them. For the price, I think they're doing really well for their price. They're like mid-range, but they're coming at sort of a budget mid-range price. Surprised with them. The Pro version, that 30 times zoom, optical zoom camera at 3 times, It's a really good phone, and yeah, I was surprised with those. And the next one, is there any new info about the ROG Phone 3 and Lenovo Legion? Does it have any camera updates? Not really sure about the camera hardware on the Lenovo Legion, no, but the ROG Phone 3, this is getting readied. We've seen some benchmark results coming out, at least 2 of them. Also, Asus just out and out said that the ROG Phone 3 is coming. So maybe July, I think it was released in July last year. So maybe this month or next month, we should start to see some more. But yeah, Snapdragon 865 and all the bells and whistles of a gaming phone. And the next one, do you like curved displays, and will the OnePlus Z have a curved display? According to OnLeaks' renders, which are leaked from CAD information from the company, so are usually extremely accurate, doesn't look like there's a curved screen on that phone. And judging by what OnePlus want to do with the phone, trying to make it more affordable, then probably won't have a curved display. Curved displays cost like way more than flat displays, 3 times more even. So that's just something that goes when you're trying to save money in a phone. It will, though, apparently have 90 Hz. OnePlus said that 90 Hz is the base for them now. So a flat 90 Hz panel, that's a good thing for me, and just the lower the price, the better. Do I personally like curved displays? Not particularly. I'm not a massive fan. I don't have to have a curved display in a phone. I think it looks beautiful. It looks really good in a phone, and I think they are getting way better and being blended in a lot more. I like the OnePlus 8 Pro's curve. I like the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro's curve. But yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me. A flat panel is absolutely fine. OnePlus Z versus POCO F2 or the Redmi K30. Do you mean the Redmi K30 or the K30 Pro? If it's OnePlus Z versus Redmi K30, just go for the OnePlus Z, because yeah, the 90 Hz OLED panel, definitely I'd choose that one. If it was the OnePlus Z versus the K30 Pro, different phones. K30 Pro is a flagship, got the flagship SoC. No high refresh rate, but flagship SoC. Again, we don't know the prices yet, so it's difficult to choose between them right now. Ask TechZG why Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo don't use Kirin processors. So Kirin processors are designed by Huawei, and so Huawei and Honor use them, and they just don't want to give their processors to other companies. They don't want to sell them. They do actually sell Kirin chipsets to other companies. There are a lot of products that use Kirin chipsets, but definitely not the flagship processors that you're probably talking about. They keep them for themselves. And plus, anyway, Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi, they just go with Snapdragon chipsets because they're very reliable and they're a well-known brand in the Android world. Also, with the future of Huawei and the Kirin chipsets, maybe they won't be able to make Kirin chipsets. Maybe even Huawei are looking to go with possibly MediaTek, trying to get another chip maker. So yeah, Kirin made by Huawei. Other companies do use them, but not those flagship brands because they're big rivals. Ask TechZG, is the Redmi 10X Pro going to launch in the Philippines? I'm really not sure about that. I hope it does, because it is a really good, affordable phone with a lot of good features. You would assume Redmi are going to launch this outside of China. It is one of the cheapest 5G phones. But as for now, the branding of it when it comes out of China and the launch dates, we don't know. Do you think HMS or Huawei Mobile Services will have a bright future? So probably they will do pretty well in China. As you know, Huawei banned from using Google and now banned from making chipsets. So this is just another sort of thorn in the side of Huawei. And if they don't have any handsets to sell, they don't have any chipsets to put in handsets, and people aren't buying them, then it's just this downward spiral of people looking over those phones and going with other phones. And if you don't have a customer base, you don't have people buying, then the use case for spending billions of dollars developing this operating system becomes less and less, and it just ends up just not happening. If anyone can do it, it's Huawei. They have the deep pockets to develop these things, but for now, I don't know. I think it's touch and go on that one, really. That is it for TechZG this week, though. Thank you for all the questions. I hope it was valuable for you this time. That's it, though. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.